Last night, like most nights, I was having trouble sleeping. Usually I mindlessly watch Netflix to let the sleepless hours bleed together and pass quicker, melting my brain to the point of forcing it to rest. I had just cracked open a can of cheap beer and began sipping, reluctantly. I don't usually drink, but I really had nothing else to try to curb my natural anxiety with. Another big part of the remedy to my anxiety is usually sucking cancer out of the end of a slow-burning cigarette. I smoke American Spirits, so as some of you out there know, it takes a good 13 minutes if you aren't in a hurry. Typically, I have cigarettes with me, and typically I step out back to enjoy them. After wasting 5 or so minutes searching my room for cigs like a schizophrenic looking for bugs planted by the CIA, I realized that they were probably in my car, out front. So I grabbed my keys, my lighter, and my beer, and casually headed out my front door, to my car. Up to this point, I've described a pretty standard night to most people with anxiety issues. Nothing really strange or weird, and in my opinion, kind of a relaxing night, to be honest. Anyways, I get to my car and pop open the passenger door, and to no surprise, there they are. I didn't take another moment to think. I fished out a cigarette on the spot, lit her up. Immediately, the weight of my anxiousness freed itself from my psyche. But halfway through my cig, I got bored. I left my phone inside and really didn't have dick to keep myself busy with during my 13-minute cigarette. So I put my lit cig and brew on this little ledge by my front door and ran inside to grab my phone. I don't know why, but I threw the lock on before popping inside. In hindsight, the thought of what could have happened if I didn't scares me down to the marrow of my bones. I unlocked the door and opened it. My cigarette and beer were no longer on the ledge, but placed on the floor about 6 feet away from the door. My heart literally sinks to my stomach so fast. I honestly felt like it was about to fly out of my asshole. I knew better. I knew I wasn't crazy. The half a second it took for fear to register itself in my brain, all signs pointed to danger. I can be paranoid sometimes, a lot of the times, but I learned to trust my gut, even if I feel insane. I slammed my door shut and twisted the lock. The second the lock clicks, I hear heavy running and feel the handle twist in my hand, and the door shudders back and forth violently. My heart actually made its way through my asshole this time. With nearly zero hesitation, I shoved my cheek to the door and eye to the people. I had to see. I see a dark black figure, frantically pacing back and forth, and loudly muttering, "Fuck, fuck, fuck." The bastard was in a fit of panic and rage. When I realized what had happened, I realized he was watching me the whole time. When that realization hit me, I grabbed my father's Remington, trying to be loud enough for him to hear through the door. I gave her a good rack, after I quickly poked my eye through the people, and he was gone. I now know he probably tried the door first when I went inside for my phone, and it was locked. Strike one. He then moved my stuff to try and trick me into venturing further outside, so he could ambush me, but it failed. Strike two. Then his last desperate attempt to gain entry after he spooked me, trying to force his way in. Strike three. He had a solid plan and did a good job executing it. I guess I used up all my luck on one evening. I haven't slept at all. My eyes and head feel like they're going to explode. I just stepped outside now to check everything, now that the sun is up. My beer had been emptied and sticking out the top was a rolled up piece of paper. All it said was, "I'll get in."